Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to take you through the reconciliation process. So to this point, you would have completed your deposit slip and checks. You would have recorded all your transactions on your checkbook register, and now you're ready to go back and start comparing what the bank has. If you're looking at your instructions, okay, back in the example, you've done steps 1, 2, and 3. So we're on 4 right now. So this is where I want to explain to make sure you know where to go and find this stuff and what to do once you get it. So at this point, we want to download the bank statement example. This is found back in the reconciliation form assignment, and that's going to have everything that we need to get started on this process. So at this point, again, the checkbook register, you have it mostly filled out. What we're going to do is we're going to start comparing things, and we're going to start checking things off and utilizing column E here. Once we're done with the reconciliation process, then we can submit the checkbook register, but you don't want to submit it just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, half screen. I'm going to go back to Schoology, and I'm going to find my reconciliation form assignment. It is a Google Drive. Don't worry about the form itself. Scroll down the very bottom. You want to find the bank statement. You want to download that and open it up. I'm going to open this up with Chrome. And like I said, it doesn't really matter with this, but you will want to eventually save this. So let me explain what's happening here. So this is what the bank has given us, and then I have my records. These don't always match up, so we have to figure out why. And that's what we're doing right now. If you have problems in the reconciliation process and you don't know what to do, or you're not showing me or not able to come up with the right answer and you can't find anything, if you ask for my help, I will want to make sure to see this form right here. You don't have to submit your bank statement to me, but I will want to see what you have. So it's important that you do save this when you're done. So here's the deal with this. So this is for a time frame. Don't worry about the dates. Again, the dates are going to be off. There's nothing we can do about this. I have it set for October. We're doing November, October, so the dates aren't going to match up, but the amounts should. So my bank is indicating I have $181.65, okay, at the ending date of this. And when I look at my ending balance, it's $47.48. Now, this doesn't mean that you can go out and have a good time, that you found all this extra money in your account. That's not true. It probably means that the bank has not caught up to your records yet. So there's still money out there that we have to take in consideration, and we're going to do a form with the reconciliation process that will balance everything out. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step of matching things up, and that's what I like you to do now. So this is laid out similar to your checkbook register. Not all banks and credit unions look like that. I belong to Susquehanna Valley Federal Credit Union. Mine is simply a list. It doesn't say is it coming in or going out. It's simply a list of transactions. So that I have to figure out if it's coming in or coming out. So I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to start this process right now. Again, they may not be in order, okay, and that's okay, but we're going to find these. So I'm going to look for check number 101, and I'm going to go down through my checkbook register. I find 101. I'm going to verify that the amount is the same. So I've got 2311 and 2311. I found it. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to check it off here, and then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to type in the letter X, indicating that I found it. Check number 102, 1350, same thing. 102, don't worry about the date. If it's there, I'm going to check it off here. I found it, and I'm going to exit off here. It is important and imperative that these match up, okay? So make sure you're checking these off. I drew these and set these boxes here for a reason, so you can match this up here. Now, let's go down here. Since we're working through column D right now, we have other transactions here. So I have an EFT purchase checks of $20. Oh, it's this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to go mark that off. Check this off. I have another EFT is an electronic payment of $25.50. It doesn't really say like where it's going to go to. That's my phone bill. So again, I'm going to go back here, mark it off, check this off here. ATM of $30. Here's where I had the ATM of $30. Hit my X, mark it off. Make sure you get these. And then my last ATM transaction is in the amount of $20. So again, right here is my ATM that will show up here. So I'm going to mark this off. Now I'm going to go over here and take care of my deposit column, which is the right side here. So I have a deposit of 200. Oh, I found it. Click on X. Again, mark this off. Okay, 11/19. I have another deposit. Again, the dates aren't going to match. You just want to, at this point, mark it off here and check it off here. So at this point, what I want you to do is you're going to want to save this. If you're using Chrome, again, remember I said you can print, save as PDF as a destination, hit save. And again, you can put this wherever you want it. My recommendation is that you put in your initials here afterwards so you know that it is a different version from what you had downloaded. So you can always go back and find that. And this is where it becomes a little confusing. If you're using Adobe Acrobat Reader, you can hit save and save that. So at this point, okay, you've gone through, you matched everything up. So there really wasn't any surprises in the bank statement. Like we found everything. There could be a case where there would be like maybe a fee. Maybe we wrote a check and we didn't have enough money in our account. There would be a fee with that. And that fee would show up here and we wouldn't know about it. So that's sort of a bad surprise. Maybe a good surprise is we were paid interest. And again, there's things in my checkbook register that I don't have X's on. So now I've got to go back and take that in consideration. So you want to watch my next video on how to use the reconciliation form to make sure we get these to balance out. So the amount from my bank versus the amount in my checkbook register. Again, that's in my next reconciliation video.